Hello. My name is Unit13, and welcome back to the Build 'em All series. The episode is number 24, and today I thought I would start off by showing my storage room that I developed last episode. And as you can see, I have started moving things over, finding them their own place, so on and so forth. But today's episode is not about that. It is about continuing with the Megabase project. Over here, as you can see, I have indeed started on the second pyramid, and I wanted it a different color, but I also wanted it a color that would kind of work. So blue and orange is what I went with. I won't be building anything for this episode, unfortunately, because, well, it is just a lot of block placement, and it's a bit boring that to watch. So instead, I'm going to start this episode off by coming over to here and starting to build some of the old relics and things that I would imagine would be built next to structures like this, ancient, huge structures that, you know, would have statues and things such as that. Now it's raining. Fantastic. Oh my Jesus. Okay, now I'm safe. As I was saying before I was so rudely interrupted, I was going to build like an ancient relic, a statue that stands up here. And these are the blocks that I shall be using to produce this. So I think I'll make this like a little 30-second time lapse or something like that. You know, it's not huge in terms of, you know, these two builds, but at the same time I just have a feeling it's gonna really start to build a story when it comes to why there would be two gigantic pyramids in a jungle of all places. Wouldn't you expect there to be temples like this? But this isn't big enough anymore. Go big or go home, folks. That's all I'm saying. Oh yeah, and of course, I finally moved the little pumpkin stand. Ding 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 dong, yay, woohoo! It was too good of a build not to keep, to be honest, and I've made this little pond area a lot nicer. Once this is in, around here, this section all the way up to the main path will be a pumpkin farm again. That's sort of where I've been going with this. So there'll be a lot of orange involved in this statue design, which will hopefully link in quite well with the orange and the pumpkins and so on and so forth. Let's get on with it. Alright, so that is now all done and finished, and I've kind of changed something up. Can you see what it is compared to last time? Yeah, of course, I've gone and changed my shaders again. I like this one because it's like an ultra perfected version of vanilla, and yet still has some new like reflective surfaces and the light shining. Still got the ray tracing and blah blah blah, which comes across a lot nicer. So I have gone and I have built this. It's meant to be a jackal pretty much, and I went with something that would match this pyramid as well. So I went with the red sandstone and all that jazz, because everyone loves red sandstone except for Anakin. Anakin doesn't like sand, whether it's red or normal coloured. I mean, to be perfectly honest, I don't think Anakin would like any coloured sand. My goodness, only I would be impulsive enough to change my shaders halfway through an episode. And you know what? I don't care. Honestly, don't care. Because this is pretty. And this is the whole point of life, being able to change and adapt yourself whenever you fancy it, you know? Alright, so the next task for today's episode is going to be sorting out the view for the pyramid. And one of the most vital things, I believe, for that would be to get rid of these trees. Now I know, oh my goodness, Unit 13, how dare you try and take down loads and loads of trees? Well, I put them up there, so suck on that maybe. Alright, let's just tear into these bad boys. Gotta make sure that I get all of the saplings that I possibly can. Well, while I'm doing all of this, I could probably explain what the main part of this episode will consist of. No, it definitely was not just making that statue, that tinsy tiny statue, and taking down some trees. Oh no, we're going to be putting a walkway around all of this pyramid. The reason to do that is that underneath here and underneath that one, I am going to dig all the way down to the new level of bedrock to allow myself to have a decent amount of space. But around here, there are going to be sort of Roman pillars and things such as that, which I know doesn't really make much sense on something that is inherently Egyptian. But yeah, that's my plan. But I won't be doing that this episode. I'm just going to lay it out so I can see it in physical space, and then, we can work from there. One of the good things about Minecraft is the fact that you can build something temporarily to give you, an inkling as to what something might look like, which is great, because the whole point of using blocks to make more advanced shapes and geometries is the idea that you are creating an impression with those shapes to make other shapes. And that's all it is. It's kind of just impressionistic artwork, It has been approximately an entire week in real life, and all I've managed to do is get this full lip made all the way around the pyramid. I went with, instead of the purple terracotta, turns out that the orange terracotta looked a lot nicer, so I built this stretch here with the purple, and didn't like it as much. I thought it kind of took away from just the orange in general, and I still went with the cobbled deep slate as the main path area. But now, if we go and fly all the way around, we have this consistent lip the whole way. I think it really makes it seem rooted to the ground now, even though it's... oh no! Even though it's not. So, now I can possibly explain a little bit more about what I mean. So here, underneath the lip, I will have a gradient that goes back slightly so that this matches, and there will be individual pillars going sort of every, I believe, 9 blocks, something like that. But I probably won't do that this episode. It's only because I've pretty much ran out of most of my resources, so I'm going to have to do a lot of mining off camera. And I'm talking a lot. A lot. The updated map is looking awesome. Not gonna lie. You have a look, obviously, pyramid, big. Connecting bit to the pyramid, big. Other pyramid, also big. My area is looking awesome. Rancid Wolf's base is progressing. Everything's going well. Everything's going good. Look at that. That's a gigantic pile of diamonds right there. It's this one right here. Right here. By the iron farm. I need to know what to call my area. Obviously, we are in the Unitverse. This is the world name. But I wonder what my base area should be called. Put down in the comments what you think. I'm very interested for other people's suggestions. Next episode, I will be completing the blue pyramid, which is just behind my head, and also building out the walkway for that pyramid as well, and then finally building the under section to each of the bases. So this was the first time we were building the mega substructure. But next episode, we'll also be building more of the substructure mega thing. Yes. Anyway, if you enjoyed this video, then maybe give it a thumbs up. I mean, I'm not forcing you, but at the same time, I could do it. I could hypnotize you or something like that, and that's not going to be great. I won't hypnotize you to subscribe. That's totally your choice. Thank you all for watching, and bye-bye.